Welcome to my channel, guys. I'm Chris, and we're gonna dive into this Akademiks video. But before we do all that, I'm gonna need y'all to like and subscribe, at the bell, and let's hear what this cranky ass dude has to say.
This whole industry thing, because I'm a workaholic, I look at it like the fucking league. And when I look at it like that, I expect that if you're gonna give a nigga credit for dropping a 30-point game, when another nigga drops a 30-point game, you're gonna give him credit too. But when it comes to me, I don't get that.
Okay, let's be honest. Akademiks can be annoying. The boy has a big mouth. He's got issues with a lot of rappers, a lot of your favorite artists, you know? But when credit is meant to be due, you guys do not give this man enough credit for continuously putting on huge numbers on this platform. I mean, this guy can talk for hours on this platform. I don't know if I could do that. I'll give you guys about 15, 20 minutes, and we out of here. But this guy can go for about 3 to 4 hours. I think he has a video where he goes about 24 hours. But either way, yeah, the man doesn't get enough credit for what he's done, for what he does for the culture. He's put a lot of artists on. He's blew up a lot of artists because he's really not too hyped about Rory Mal getting this new $10 million deal with Spotify and all these other sponsorships that they add on to their roster. But let's see what happens.
So today I was getting trolled. Yo, you know that? I was getting trolled all day today. Yo, did you hear about this? These dudes, the Stooges. I thought I buried them in a bunk bed casket. I never knew they were still alive. But they came back. It's on some mummy shit. Okay? These niggas supposedly won the Squid Games, and apparently they got some deal that is $10 million. Okay? And everybody's like, yo, what do you feel? Yo, you caught the L. And it's not about that. I really feel a way about people not calling fair. They move the goalposts.
Let's be fair. Does have a point. My guy, Akademiks, you are not the most liked guy online. However, the numbers don't match that. That goes to show there are plenty of people who exist who are just like Akademiks, who can resonate with and that may live in their mother's basement to this day at 36. Probably skips a few showers out the week. I don't know. However, the guy seems to bring in the numbers enough to where he's able to provide for a, pretty high profile lifestyle. He could retire today if he really wanted to. That doesn't stop the fact that these boys, Rory and Mal, deserve the same thing. They put in the work for years alongside Joe Budden. And with that, these guys have a new platform for themselves, a $10 million deal with Spotify, and these niggas is lit. All right, Ak, what you got to say?
That's one of the things I can relate to 6ix9ine with a little bit. When he says, yo, Ak, it's not that whatever, I'm trying to play victim, but like, they the only way they put me in the game is if they put me in a position I can't win. There was a time, and I'll get to like this whole deal shit in a second, but there was a time they were like, yo, Ak, there was a chick on some fucking trash ass podcast who was like, yo, Ak, you're mentioning these niggas because they're hot. I ended up dropping a podcast. Every numbers they've ever put up on the board, I have doubled or tripled. I've went so far beyond it. They were getting fucking standing ovations for what they did when I came out after them and did way more. Nobody said a fucking word.
And whose fault is that, Ak? Huh? Whose fault is that, Ak? It's yours. Once again, you chose to come with this approach, and with that approach comes this type of crowd. And with that, you gotta wear that shit on the chin, my nigga. Like you tell all these other artists who don't produce the numbers, hey, wear it on the chin. My nigga, you gotta wear that shit on the chin, my guy.
What Wax said, it's like the politicking. Nobody want to just be like, oh, okay. Just like how we gave them the credit, let's give you the credit. I looked at that and I'm like, that's interesting. So when I noticed that, I'm like, we're not playing on the same playing field because I love to compete. But when y'all tell me that y'all will applaud them for being here and I will get to hear and y'all will just almost act like it don't exist, this system ain't fair.
Ack, you knew the system wasn't fair. That's why you got on YouTube, so you can create your own lane, control your own situation. Don't act confused now. Don't play the victim now, my guy. Just keep producing those numbers. Stop looking for the praise that you hope that's going to come, because you're never going to get that. Just saying.
So today people tell me, oh, the Stooges signed $10 million deal, whatever the case is. First of all, you know, and obviously people are going to be like, yo, this is hate. This isn't hate. Again, I don't really know. I definitely don't know the details of their deal. But I'll just say this. And this is where I want to bring transparency to the podcasting world. Okay? So whether you look at me or look at anybody else and you want to figure out if niggas is capping or telling the truth, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I've been through this process.
Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. However, numbers do not equate to motherfuckers liking you or respecting you. People just view shit. It could be a lot more people viewing it just to criticize it even more. You know? All those views do not equate to love. Whoever told you that, it's a lie. Artists can tell you that. With the hate they deal with all the time. Online, with fan mail, things of that sort. Yo, it comes with the territory. Are we going to sit here and complain, or are we going to continue to produce numbers?
I've talked to all the major players. I'm with the biggest agents who've negotiated the biggest deals. Let me tell you this about podcasting. They're not throwing money like confetti. If you sign a deal over $10 million, you're going to be an exclusive podcast. You're not going to be everywhere. You're going to be exclusive. I know this. By the way, every company you're hearing, including the company that allegedly they were with, we talked to.
As much as Ak likes to rant about shit we really don't care about, but it's entertaining so you continue to consume it, he does have some great talking points if you allow yourself to listen. So what he's talking about right now in regards to like Spotify or any of those platforms that invest in podcasting and streaming of that sort, you want to listen to what he's saying. Other than that, get off the couch.
They're going to give you 8 figures. You're not going to be everywhere. You're going to be exclusive. Depending on how much you want, depending on how much years you want to be there, they would also want a piece of the podcast. Now, again, it's negotiations. You could own every.
I really don't know how old this video is, but recent reports show that Rory and Mal own 100% of their catalog. They are just in partnership with Spotify. I guess the number's around $10 million, and I hope for the best for these fellas.
You could own the whole podcast, but you're not getting that money value that you claim you wanted. So if you think you're going to drop a podcast available.
He's really trying to downplay the fact that these guys just got a $10 million deal that they have to split amongst themselves and possibly one engineer and a sound guy, and maybe an editor, right? So when you factor all those in, they still have a lot more money in the back end that they split amongst themselves that they can really sit on. And the fact that they came from a shitty deal originally with Joe Budden, which I guarantee the number was nowhere near the same, I'm pretty sure they're grateful with the $10 million deal that they got. And if you actually do the research on the numbers that Ak got with his deal with, I believe it's Spotify too, right? As well as Spotify. I think that number was around 2 to 5 million, allegedly. So if we look at those numbers, you can go on and say that those two do not even compare. That's 50% more of what these guys are making than you, my guy. I understand these guys, they haven't put in the work like you put in. You are an all-around talent. You cover everything in regards to your platform, but there's a likeness that comes into play as well too. And your platform consists of chaos and drama and rumors and things of that sort, while these guys can just be wholesome gentlemen on their platform and just talk about genuine stuff that people, talk about or can resonate on the regular. So, be grateful for your position and continue to strive in that. And who's to say the numbers won't grow in the future for you to renegotiate? You dig?
Everywhere. A podcast that supposedly you own the whole thing and somebody's just giving you $10 million, no fucking chance on earth. I know this is a fact. I went through negotiations for 6 months with everybody who was a major player. And by the way, the niggas who they allegedly got with ain't the biggest players in the game. I went with one of the two biggest players in the game. But of course, it'll be seen as hate. Because I even said to somebody today, I said, if I said some bullshit like this, niggas would kill me. Because when it comes to me, everything has to be backed up by facts. Because when shit sounds like bullshit, if it's with me, I got to go above and beyond to prove people that it's not. With other niggas...
Well, isn't that what your platform consists of? Digging deep, finding as much information as you can to fact check everything that you say so no one can, out-debate you, right? I mean, that's how I found your platform. You were referred to as the guy that did extensive research, dug deep into his story, just so he can provide as much information for his viewers. That was your approach. Let's not switch it up now. Let's not play the victim. As the man who's speaking on moving the goalpost, you're doing the same exact thing, my guy. Woosah, rub the ears. I'm trying to make it easy on you guys, but you're not making it easy for me. I fuck with you. You're a good dude. Very informative. Just stick to that. Stop feeling so entitled.
It's accepted just as hearsay becomes facts. So again, I really don't give two fucks about the Stooges. But I do give a fuck about the league. And when I say I give a fuck about the league, when niggas act like what them niggas have done, I didn't do ×2. What their numbers were, I didn't do ×2 or 3 actually. I do feel offended a little bit.
All right, guys, that's enough for this. Comment below if you want me to do more videos like this. Until then, it's your boy Chris, and I'll see you next time. Yay.